Hello mates, welcome to the West 6 Mixology podcast. I'm Scotty Clark and our show today is about crafting the perfect celebration punch that brings together bubbly effervescence with bright citrus notes and warm aromatic spices. A show-stopping centerpiece for your New Year's Eve festivities. Picture this, you're hosting New Year's Eve and you've got 30 people arriving in 2 hours. You could make 30 individual cocktails all night like some kind of sweaty, exhausted bartender-martyr, or you could make one magnificent thing that takes care of everyone, looks spectacular, and somehow gets better as the night goes on. That's the dark magic of punch, my friends. And tonight, we're talking about the king of all punches, the New Year's Eve champagne punch. A drink so brilliant in its design that it actually improves while you're busy being a guest at your own party. Now, here's what makes this fascinating. We think of punch as this quaint, grandmotherly thing, right? Maybe there's sherbet floating in it, probably served at a church social. But punch is actually the original gangster of the cocktail world. The word comes from panch, Hindi for 5, because traditional punch had 5 ingredients: spirit, sugar, citrus, water, and spice. British sailors brought the concept back from India, and by the time it hit European high society, punch bowls were the centerpiece of every important gathering. Making punch wasn't just bartending, it was theatre, chemistry, and status symbol all rolled into one. The champagne version emerged during the Gilded Age, that glittering era of extreme wealth and even more extreme parties. Think crystal ballrooms, orchestras, and punch bowls the size of bathtubs. Champagne had become synonymous with celebration. Brilliant marketing by French champagne houses who understood that if you could make your product essential to life's big moments, you'd never go out of business. And they were right. That cork pop, those cascading bubbles, pure sonic and visual shorthand for something important is happening. But here's where punch gets really clever. During Prohibition, cocktail culture shifted toward individual drinks mixed to order, and punch mostly disappeared, except on New Year's Eve. That one night, the punch bowl survived, because what else are you going to do when 100 people need champagne at the exact same moment midnight hits? You're not pouring 100 individual drinks. The logistics demand a communal vessel. So, New Year's Eve became punch's last stand, the one night it remained culturally essential. Then came the dark times. Mid-century America did unfortunate things to punch. Canned fruit cocktail. Ginger ale instead of actual champagne, lime sherbet floating on top like some kind of melting ice cap, grain alcohol dumped in to strengthen it, destroying any pretense of balance. Punch became a punchline, something your aunt made that tasted like regret and food coloring. But the craft cocktail revival changed everything. Bartenders like David Wondrich started digging through historical punch recipes, and they realized something crucial. When made properly, with attention to ingredient quality and proper technique, punch is just a cocktail scaled up. All the same rules apply: balance, dilution, temperature, timing. The same precision that makes a perfect daiquiri can make a perfect punch. You just need to think like an engineer instead of someone dumping bottles together and hoping for magic. So let's build this thing properly. We're making enough for 20 to 25 people, which sounds intimidating until you realize it's basically 5 bottles of booze and some citrus. The foundation is cognac or VSOP brandy, a full bottle. This is your flavor anchor, the thing that gives the punch structure and prevents it from tasting like alcoholic fruit juice. You want grape-based brandy specifically because it harmonizes with champagne's grape origins. They're speaking the same language. Pierre Ferrand makes excellent stuff that won't destroy your budget. Hennessy or Remy Martin work beautifully. Even good domestic brandy like Copper and Kings will do the job. Why cognac? Because champagne on its own is lovely, but thin. It's elegant, sure, but it can't carry a party alone. The brandy adds warmth, oak-derived vanilla and spice, dried fruit complexity, all those flavours that make you want another sip. It's the baseline under champagne's soprano. Next, half a bottle of triple sec or curaçao. This is where people often cheap out and regret it. Bottom shelf triple sec tastes like orange-scented paint thinner. You need something made with actual bitter orange peels, and preferably a brandy base. Pierre Ferrand dry curaçao is the gold standard. Cointreau works perfectly, even Grand Marnier, though it'll push things slightly sweeter. This isn't just adding orange flavour. The citrus oils create mouthfeel richness and aromatic lift that makes the whole punch smell like celebration. Now the citrus. You're juicing 8 to 10 lemons for about 12 ounces of fresh juice. Fresh is non-negotiable. Bottled lemon juice has preservatives and has lost all its aromatic compounds, those volatile molecules that make citrus smell alive. You need that brightness, that sharp acidity that cuts through the sugar and alcohol and makes everything sing. Roll your lemons firmly on the counter before cutting. Breaks the internal membranes, gives you more juice. Strain out the seeds and pulp because nobody wants floaty bits in their punch. Then, simple syrup. Equal parts sugar and water, heated until dissolved, then cooled completely. You need about 8 ounces, maybe a bit more depending on your lemon's tartness and personal preference. This is your balance control. Too little and the punch is bracingly tart. Too much and it's cloying. You'll adjust this before adding the champagne, which is the critical moment we'll get to. A few dashes of Angostura bitters add that professional polish, baking spice notes, subtle complexity, the seasoning that ties everything together. Optional, but recommended. And finally, 2 bottles of champagne or quality sparkling wine. Here's the controversy that divides punch makers into warring camps. Do you use actual champagne from France, or do you use Prosecco, Cava, or other sparkling wines? The purists say only champagne has the proper bubble structure and complexity. The pragmatists say when you're mixing it with brandy and citrus, good Prosecco or Cava delivers better value without sacrificing enjoyment. I'm with the pragmatists. Save your prestige champagne for drinking straight. For punch, grab a quality Brut Prosecco or Spanish Cava. You want dry Brut, not extra dry or demi-sec, which are actually sweeter and will throw your balance off. Here's what you absolutely must understand about technique. This is a cold assembly punch. Everything goes into the bowl chilled. Nothing is heated. There's no cooking involved. It's literally just combining pre-chilled ingredients in the right order at the right time. But that timing is everything. 4 hours before your party, juice your lemons and make your simple syrup. Let everything chill completely in the refrigerator. If you can fit your punch bowl in there, chill that too. Temperature is your ally. Every degree warmer, you lose carbonation faster. 30 minutes before guests arrive, you build the base. Into your punch bowl goes the cognac, the triple sec, the lemon juice, the simple syrup and your bitters. Stir it together thoroughly. Now taste it. Yes, it's strong. That's correct. You're tasting it before the champagne dilutes it. Too tart? Add simple syrup by the ounce. Too sweet? Add more lemon juice. This is your only chance to adjust, so don't skip it. Now add your ice block. Not cubed ice, a single, large block, ideally 6 inches by 6 inches by 3 inches, frozen in advance in a plastic container or silicone mold. This is crucial. Block ice melts exponentially slower than cubed ice. A proper block lasts 3 to 4 hours, providing slow, steady dilution and temperature control. Cubed ice would melt in 45 minutes and turn your punch into sad, watery regret. 10 minutes before guests arrive, not earlier, you add the champagne. Open the bottles gently, holding the cork and twisting the bottle with a slow 6 to 8 second release. No dramatic popping, that's just wasted carbonation flying into the air. Pour down the side of the bowl, not directly onto the ice, to minimize agitation. First bottle, stir gently twice with your ladle. Second bottle, stir gently twice more. Every unnecessary disturbance costs you bubbles. Now garnish. Thin wheels of orange and lemon, whole strawberries and raspberries floating on the surface. This isn't just pretty. As those citrus oils release, they perfume the punch. Arrange them with intention. This is a centerpiece, not an afterthought. Place your ladle in the bowl, set out your punch cups or small coupes, and step back. You've just created something that'll take care of itself for the next 4 hours while you actually enjoy your own party. Here's the beautiful part. As that ice block slowly melts, it's gently softening the punch, opening up flavors, creating this gradual evolution throughout the night. The punch at 8 o'clock is slightly different from the punch at midnight, but both are delicious in different ways. That's not a bug, it's a feature. Traditional punch makers understood this. They designed for time. Now variations. If you want winter spice, replace the simple syrup with spiced demerara syrup. Demerara sugar simmered with cinnamon, star anise and cloves. Use apple brandy instead of cognac, and you've got something that tastes like Christmas morning. For something more sophisticated, add cold brewed chamomile tea and use honey syrup instead of simple. Suddenly, you've got floral complexity and subtle tannins. Bourbon instead of cognac, plus a couple ounces of Benedictine, creates this herbal American-style punch that's absolutely brilliant. The recipe scales perfectly. Double everything for 50 people, but you'll need a bigger bowl and a bigger ice block. Half everything for an intimate dozen. Or make a single serving. 1.5 ounces cognac, 3/4 ounce each of triple sec and lemon juice, 1/2 ounce simple syrup, topped with 3 ounces of champagne in a coupe glass. Same drink, different delivery system. When you drink this, what you get is immediate effervescence, those fine bubbles dancing on your tongue. The first taste is bright citrus, then champagne's wine character with apple and pear notes, then the deeper warmth of brandy with vanilla and spice, then orange complexity from the curaçao. It's layered, balanced, celebratory. The finish is clean and slightly sweet, making you want another sip. It's dangerously easy to drink, which is why the modest serving size matters. This clocks in around 15% alcohol. Don't let the bubbles fool you. What makes punch special isn't just the drink itself, it's the ritual. Everyone approaching the same bowl, serving themselves or each other, experiencing the same flavors at the same moment. It's democratic in a way that craft cocktails often aren't. There's no Instagram-worthy presentation hierarchy, no special drink for special people. Everyone gets the same thing. There's something fundamentally generous about that. Punch teaches you that the best host move isn't showing off your bartending skills all night. It's making one beautiful thing, making it well, and then being present with your people. Let the punch do its job, you do yours, which is celebrating the moment, not sweating behind a makeshift bar while life happens without you. That's the real magic here, creating abundance that frees you to be part of the party instead of its infrastructure. And when midnight hits and everyone's raising a cup of something delicious you made hours ago that's still absolutely perfect, you'll understand why punch has survived centuries of changing trends. Some ideas are just too good to die. All right, thank you for joining us for the West 6 podcast. Drink responsibly, and if you had a good time, press follow and rate our show 5 stars. This is Scotty signing off. May your troubles be lighter than your cocktails.
Grab news. Thomas.